Well, it's December 12th, 2012, and we're still here. Oh, I'm sorry, you Doomsday people. The first Doomsday's come and gone pretty much, and we're still around. The world has not ceased to be. We continue to go on. That said, let's continue. We're starting off with Marvel this week. Everybody, you know who I am. You know who's on the camera. Enough said. All right, for Marvel this week. A lot of hype. Look, it's Avengers Arena / Murder World. Fun read. Fun art. Predictable. I have my theories on how the series is going to end.
Is this series literally just to kill people?
Yeah, it's so original. Marvel, in the originality, Japanese, the Murder Island. It's just like, wow, I've seen this so many times in different stories, but now it's in comic book form. Yay. Alright, I thought they were gone. I was hoping they would be, but no, they're still there. Dark Avengers. Oh, look, it's a parallel world. Here's a spoiler. Or is it not a spoiler? Maybe it is. Parallel world again. Deep breath. Okay, Avengers Assemble. Yep, anyone who's been checking out the RX Comic Books Facebook page knows we had a spoiler about that not too long ago, about don't drink the water. Yes, Marvel's new marketing plan is spoilers and spoilers and spoilers. It's Avengers. You're going to buy it, okay? One of the better reads for Marvel this week, an actual enjoyable read, even though I kind of saw it coming. And if you read this series, you're going to go, yeah, we saw it coming too. Winter Soldier, yay, number 13. Enough said. Okay, Marvel's cover of the week. It's a bit of a talky book. It's one of the only X-Men books I really buy. But The Age of Apocalypse is probably Marvel's best cover for the week. Now you're thinking, well, hey, did you pick up the new X-Men book or the new X-Force cable book? No. I only have so much money, folks. And they're X-Men books. They get too complicated. Not because of stories, but because of the fact they're X-Men books. You end up having to buy every other X-Men book just to understand the storyline.
Then you're even more broke than you were.
Exactly. Now, the most hyped book for the week, and probably the most disappointing book for the week, Amazing Spider-Man, $6.99.1. Oh, look, it's Morbius. Okay, if you don't like spoilers right off the bat, turn away. I'll scream for you to come back. This entire book was really just a retelling of Morbius' origin, just so they can do this. Oh, look, you have to buy Morbius #1 when it comes out. Oh, disappointing. It's one of the reasons why I stopped buying those kind of books.
Okay, come back now!
You can come back now! That's right! Alright, the Fantastic Four. Stupidest cover for Marvel this week. The art's nice and consistent. The story, it's the FF. If you read the FF, the regular Fantastic Four series, you're going to pick it up and read it. This is one of those books I'm still buying just because I like the art inside. Alright, the only Spider-Man book sort of I like, because it's different. It's a bit more cartoony, but it's also at the same time too more actually independent. Scarlet Spider. Okay. That's it for the Marvels. I've been calling this company direct marketing, desperate marketing. We all know it as DC. Lately it seems to be either the copycat company or the we're going to fire people when it gets good. This is a little editorial, people. Vertigo is probably going to be on its last legs. And for some unknown reason, whenever they have a series that's doing good, I'll give you an example. Swamp Thing. Way back when a certain writer had a story concept where Swamp Thing would go back in time and actually become the cross that Jesus would be crucified on. They said, oh no, can't do it. They canned it. And they forced that author off the book. Same thing's happening again with Swamp Thing. The writer who's been doing the, basically brought the book up and actually made go, oh, this is cool, has left the series. What DC is doing, we don't know. And I think most of us are getting to the point where we don't care. But we'll get on to their books, shall we? The Green Lantern Corps. Thankfully, it's consistent artwork, consistent storytelling. The Third Army storyline is starting to bore me, mind you. It seems to be that the thing that DC is doing is taking storylines and trying to drag them out longer than they should be. This from the company that said, we're relaunching. We're not going to have too many crossovers. it seems to be nothing but crossovers. For example, the Superboy.
Superman.
Okay, wow. Disappointing. Disappointing once again. The Ravagers, which all enough has a spoiler, a bit of a crossing with the Team 7, which is actually a book that takes place 5 years ago in the new DC 52. Both were disappointing.
So much stupidity.
For the few people out there who've actually gotten what this book has been going at, what this book has been turned into, it's been tossed into the rot world as well. Frankenstein and Shade, probably one of the best picks from DC this week, story-wise. One of my Force of Habit buys from DC because I've been enjoying it, the Demon Knights.
Demon Knights.
The art is slipping though. And speaking of slipping art, yeah, the art in this,
Legion Lost.
how can I put it this way?
He looks like the guy from Daft Punk.
Look at Superboy, it looks more like Bizarro Boy. Okay, the art in this was extremely disappointing. Shall we get on to the Batman books now, shall we? Batman. Okay, thankfully this is not a crossover, it's just the game one. Arc and Unhinged, fun read. But let's get, of course, to the story that DC has been beating to death. If you read this series from Batman, I'm a Batman fan. I mean, I got the freaking hoodie. But even I'm finding that this new Joker returning storyline has getting a little bit too dragged out, too many crossovers. And this week's batch, after all the hype we had, is actually seems to be like, oh, it's a little bit of a slow down speed bump because we need to drag the story out another 5 issues. So we'll start off with Death in the Family. Oh, look, it's the other cover. Oh, look, it's Damien. It's Joker. Damien, Joker.
Joker's Damien.
It's the best
I'm just kidding.
sort of written one this week from the Batman series. Okay. And of course, we also have the Batman 15, the one that was almost hyped to death. And yes, I admit the page that they hyped a lot all week is a nice, cool page. But the scary thing is, as I was reading this story, I won't give any spoilers here, I felt I was reading an old Batman story from the 80s. If you know your comic books the way I do, and you remember the Batman stories from the 80s, I'll just mention one reference, a blimp, you'll get it. Okay, the biggest hype of the Batman books this week, the Batgirl one, left me going, Now, I made my comment about DC not wanting to do too many crossovers, so I'm going to do 2 books at once, because guess what? They actually cross over a bit. Okay, I don't want to really say I hate Suicide Squad now, but I kind of got tired of the way it's gone in the 52, and the artwork's been bad. But look, it's Harley Quinn, Joker, and Grifter. But look, Suicide Squad! They're kind of forcing people to buy the really crappy book, the worst book from DC completely. Because if you're a fan of Suicide Squad, you want to get the book. Now, here's a major spoiler. So those of you out there who say I never give you warnings of spoilers, I'm going to give you one now. Spoiler
alert.
Okay?
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, look, it's Joker, Harley, other Harleys. What, you thought you were the first one? Okay, this is just me speculating here, but remember a certain other company had a whole bunch of clones for a while? It seems that DC seems to be going on to this clone thing a little bit. Or
clone for fun.
Well, if you think about their books, Ravagers, the whole Legion Lost, all this, I'm like, it's such a convoluted, weird story that they're trying to just put pieces together again. Well, I'll toss in a panel for shock. Suicide Squad, please cancel. Please. Seriously. Grifter, I'm tired of having to buy a book that's so freaking horribly drawn because it's got characters that might have something to do with the other story I'm reading. Deep breath.
We've got a few more to go. We can do this.
Yeah, it's getting there. Okay. If you notice, none of those were the DC cover of the week. None of them were. It's going to be a tie this week for DC. The Before Watchmen covers. Look, it's a foot, and it's Dr. Manhattan in a nuclear explosion. These were the best covers from DC this week. Okay. Rose Arch, interesting read. This one, well, it's sort of like saying, well, we're going to take the Watchmen story, a certain chapter of it, say we're going to rewrite it. another spoiler for you, and then just change it back. It was one of those kind of things where, oh, I wonder if.
Oh, it's a what if story.
But no. It's like I wonder if, but at the end it's like, oh no, it's better off that way. Okay. So that was it for the DCs. Like I'm saying, I don't know what they're thinking about. It's killing us old-time fans like us. And I know a lot of you new fans of DC out there are feeling the same thing. What the frack are they doing? So, we're going to go on to the alternates. Okay. Nice Force Habit by Conan. Yep. And the company that's been surprising me, surprising everybody since it came back, Valiant. 2 of them this week. The Bloodshot. And, of course, Archer Armstrong. Both good reads this week. Which leaves me with only one book left. It's also my ultimate cover of the week. It's also a good reason why sometimes when you miss something the first time it comes out, it's best to get it when it comes out in a hardcover form. It's also a good way of showing that hardcovers can be a good price. A good story, good art. You might have missed something. It's also a reminder that this time of year, go to the comic book stores. You might get sales and so forth. I actually got this on a sale. Brand new book, came out today, hardcover. I got it on sale. And you know what? I don't regret it. Best cover of the week overall. The best dollar value book I got this week. Fear Agent, Volume 1.
It's also the heaviest book you got this week.
That is a cool cover. It's very retro science fiction. This is one of those series I missed when it first came out. Yes, it did happen. I'm happy I bought it. I'm looking forward to Volume 2. That said, I'm going to go peruse this one some more because I've read about 3/4 of it so far. I know you're shocked. I didn't finish reading it, but 3/4? Trust me, it was a good book. I want to finish how it goes. I'm looking forward to Volume 2. So from the first Doomsday of this year, we survived it. Thanks for watching. Tune in some more. And like I said, it's a good time here to go to comic book stores and look for a gift. You might not find something for yourself, but it's always good to buy something for yourself too. Hint. It's also a good time to find something for other people you might not think like comic books. You'd be surprised what's out there. So for Mad Montreal Girl on the camera,
bye-bye.
And of course me, the one, the only, slightly tighter, quieter Mad Montreal man tonight. We'll see you next week. Or will we?
You got new batteries.